Now we will hear Andrea Ferrante, representative of the Via Campesina, in the name of the social movements and the people's.
Thank you, Flavio. And thank you all for this fantastic work that you do. We need a watch, because 10 years is a very long period. It's not so short. And we are really far to implement all the work that has been decided 10 years ago. So this is mainly the things that shock us always, no? How far we are from the implementation of all that. And I think there is general consensus, wherever you are, in whatever place you are, on the main issue, no? And then you see how far you are from the implementation. It's just not acceptable. We have so many documents that are being decided by governments, by the international institutions. So many guidelines and many other documents, the treaty, and they never apply that. How comes that? That after 1996, the World Food Summit, the first World Food Summit, and the Parallel Forum for Food Sovereignty, how comes that we have produced the international community with the role of everybody? So many documents, and nobody's applying that. We are arriving next year in the 2015, and we are so far from our goals, or at least the goals that government set. I remember very well in 1996 when they set the goal to halve the hunger in the world, half, not even eliminate. I remember Fidel Castro say, half is maybe not a very good objective, no? But we are far from that. And what is the true thing is that we are waiting for only the trade rules. The trade rules are ruling us. Where are the human rights? Food is not a human right recognized by anybody. What is recognized by everybody are the trade rules, because those are compulsory. The agreement on agriculture is compulsory for everybody. All the other things are guidelines, voluntary based. How come that trade that talks about 10% of the food produced in the world is the only thing that it's compulsory for everybody, for each government? Every time that they set a policy, they look to the agreement on agriculture in the framework of WTO. How comes that? So the first and most important achievement we think about the right to food implementation, indeed, is the reform of the CFS. That is incredibly important for us. CFS is the place where, first of all, it's clear. We have to apply a right to food. We have to apply that. All the documents that we produce in the CFS as the reference to the right to food. We don't have any reference on trade when we are in the CFS. And we are talking of the food security policy all over the world. And this has to be the cultural shift that we need worldwide. We cannot accept, after all those years, that we still are under the trade rules. We are talking of a basic human rights that is not respected. As it has been said, is the most violated human rights that we have, the right to food. And this is unacceptable. There will be no policy in the world to end hunger if we don't respect this basic human right. It's impossible. There is no green revolution for that. No way. And the rights is the rights of the knowledge of the farmer. We have a very nice article about resilience. Resilience is based on the farmer's knowledge. And this is our essential right that is not anymore there. They don't respect our right to use our knowledge. They oblige us to use foreign technology. And if we don't respect our basic right to use our knowledge, how can we think to have a resilient way of production? How can we think to have an agroecological model of production? how can we think that smallholders can produce their own food and they can allow to give food for all if we don't respect their basic rights? And how can we think, for example, in Europe, where we are talking about seed, no? We have an international treaty on plant genetic resources that say clearly on farmers' rights that the farmers has the right to exchange, produce, breed, and sell their own seed. Well, in Europe, that then goes everywhere in the world and say that human rights are essential for the development, they don't allow their farmers to do that. So where is the policy coherence in all that? Where is the policy coherence on all that? So we are missing a lot of the policy coherence. We are not addressing what is really the big problem. Because when we talk about food sovereignty, we are not talking about we need to produce for our own market. We are talking about the rights. We need to exercise our full rights. If you will give us the opportunity to exercise our rights, we will end the hunger. Otherwise, it's impossible. And this means that we cannot wait again governments that don't implement the things that they decide, and we cannot wait still FAO and the other international institutions that are so moderate in pushing the government to do their own job. You have a fantastic, important role to push the governments. Government has to know what they have to do because there are many knowledge that it's around there. And we need to give that knowledge to the government that maybe they are looking for this knowledge. We need to implement those things. Those things are there. We don't have to wait something that has to come. The answers are already there. And we need to implement at the best what we have already done. So I think that for us is enough now. Thank you.